Hey guys, what's up? It's Max with BizAv Media. I'm at the NBAA 2023. Standing next to me, Jim Segrave, founder, chairman, CEO of flyExclusive. We're going to talk about his tremendous journey in corporate aviation. We're about to go get it. After you, Jim. Jim, tell us how it all began.
I got my pilot's license when I was 19 years old. Did it just for fun, never intended for it to be a business, and just got incredibly blessed to get to do for a living what you love. And the business kind of grew along with me as I could fly bigger airplanes and bigger equipment, faster equipment. I got certified in bigger airplanes, and it just kind of exploded from there. And so the first business was Segrave Aviation. Built that business from scratch to about 53 airplanes, I think. Wow. Sold it to Delta Airlines. It became Delta Private Jets. And then eventually, of course, it was merged in with another company. And then I had a 5-year non-compete. Started another business. Wasn't smart enough to get out of it apparently, and just enjoy retirement. So I got back in it, and absolutely love what I do. We get a ton of great people, meet a lot of great people, and terrific customers. It's a super fun business.
What made you come back?
Passion.
Yeah.
Truly love it, and we're in a small, economically depressed area where the business is based, and the possibility of building what I think we've got now is a generational business. And I don't mean for my kids, I mean for everybody that works at the business. Their kids, I think they would be proud for their kids. We want them to be proud for their kids to come back and work, and so that's a kind of an important part of how we're doing it, and just it's passion, love it.
North Carolina's largest charter operator. US is number 5. It takes a lot of love, dedication, and hard work.
A ton of it. A ton of it. It's there's never any lack of work. I might go on a vacation and go somewhere, but I never turn my phone off. I never miss any emails. I never miss any texts. I don't ever really get to disconnect in this business. It's constantly intense. You know, customers are. They don't really care if you need to go on vacation. They want to go where they want to go.
Yeah, they want to go.
And when they want to go there. And so, but it's a really great business. We've got a terrific team of people that support the business and the customers, and of course the airplanes. Almost 800 employees now in the business. We just went through 100 airplanes, so we've got 100 jets on the certificate now. We've got $600 million of airplanes on order with Textron.
Wow.
We're the launch customer for the new CJ3 Gen 2 airplane that they're just announced a few minutes ago here at Static today. So we'll be the first customer to get those airplanes, and so really excited about where it's going.
Excellent. I mean, it's a remarkable achievement. Now, you are the largest jet operator in regards to Textron aircraft in the US as well. Is that correct?
I think we're number 2.
Number 2.
We're the second largest operator, and actually, I believe we're the second largest operator of citations in the world.
Okay. So why Citations? What was it about Citations?
It's a partnership with them. It's the service center network. The airplanes are reliable. There are more pilots to fly those airplanes than there are any others out there in the country. So the ability to get parts and the service center part of it was a really important part of how we return airplanes to service. So they're available for our customers. They cover kind of the largest area of capabilities, from runway performance to range to doing everything we need. So it's a perfect relationship we've had for a long time with them, and they've become friends and family to us as much as they are a vendor that we buy airplanes from. We're very close.
I love Textron too, by the way.
They do a great job. They do a really good job.
You brought your kids into the business.
I gave each of the kids own a little piece of the business as well. They're all. My oldest is 18 years old. She actually just got her pilot's license.
Wow, congratulations.
In August. She on her 18th. She turned 18 on July 27th, and a few days later she got her pilot's license. So,
are you looking to adopt any children? Because I'm available.
I've got 4 of them. I probably don't need any more.
Now, there's several ways for your customers to choose your services and use flyExclusives. Do you want to talk us a bit through the opportunities and how they can get in touch?
Yeah, so we have a fractional product, which is where the business is really evolving to, and that's what the airplane order with Textron is about, is really launching the fractional product. We also have a club membership program.
Jet Club?
That's the Jet Club,
Yep.
and that's kind of the, you know, where the way we kind of look at it is customers can access it through retail, you know, ad hoc, one-off trips. Then the customers that fly somewhere between 25 and 50 hours, the club program probably makes the most sense for them. Then we get to 50 to 100 hours, the fractional program makes the most sense. And then the next level of that is when someone wants to fly 150 hours or 100 to 150 hours, the partnership program probably makes the most sense. And so we've kind of got it set up where we've got all legs of the stool put together so the customers can access the fleet where it works best for them. You know, the more you need, of course, at some point you get to where you fly 300, 400 hours a year, you might need to own the whole airplane yourself. But with all of our planes look like this. We've got our own paint and interior shop. This airplane was completed at our base of operations in North Carolina. So our technicians, our interior specialists, we refurbished this airplane at home. So we're incredibly vertically integrated in that way. We did the paint on the outside of every one of these airplanes at home. We've got 82%, I think, now of the fleet has been standardized. Expect to have the rest of the fleet done over the next 4 to 6 months. Demand over the winter period, of course, gets very high, so we start slowing down how fast we refurbish them to make sure we have enough airplanes for our customers. But we should finish that up early first quarter next year, where every airplane is standardized. And of course, all of the airplanes we're ordering from Textron come standardized in our paint interior. So very proud of that everything looks the same. When you buy from us, you know what you're getting. We fly nearly 100% of our customers on our airplanes. 99.7%, I think is the last stat I looked at. So when you buy this product, this is what you're getting. You're not going to put you on another customer's airplane. You're buying our pilots, our technicians, planes that were maintained by our technicians, that were painted by our experts in the paint shop, and refurbished interiors from our technicians in our interior shop. I think we're probably one of the most vertically integrated companies in the space, and that allows us to control the economics of execution. Keeping our customers on our airplanes, the way we've structured it, has allowed us to grow the business very rapidly.
Brilliant. You mentioned your own technicians, so you have your own in-house maintenance facility as well, and you want to talk us through that as well, because I know that you just tired of giving the other maintenance facilities all your money, and you thought, you know what, let's just bring this in.
You know, as much as anything, it was about controlling the execution of it. And so maintenance across the country, there are some operations that run at the intensity we need, but a lot of them work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every single day, Monday through Friday. That's when our customers need to fly the airplanes. We want to maintain those airplanes from 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. in the middle of the night. We also want to work on them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So bringing maintenance in-house allowed us to control that execution. And the thought is that we can return the airplane to service faster. So working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is about a 300% increase in productivity, and allows us to return airplanes to service faster. So we're going to continue building out that part of the business pretty rapidly. We also do interior work, avionics work in-house. So we're a Garmin G5000 certified installation center now. We even build all the way down to the wiring harness ourselves. So the wiring that goes from the back of the airplane all the way up to the avionics, controls everything in it. We're building that in-house and can sell that to the outside customers. I think I believe we're one of only 3 companies in the country now that can build that wiring harness and sell it to anyone that's doing a G5000 upgrade in the country. So we're also a service center, installation center for the Smart Sky system, which is, and the GoGo wireless internet systems. For both of those, multiple of our airplanes have those systems. Every airplane has Wi-Fi. Some have the GoGo and some have Smart Sky in them, but we're a certified installation center for both of those systems. So the avionics shop is a big part of the business as well, on top of the MRO, of the paint and the interior. So really vertically integrating on every piece of it.
You're not stopping, are you? You're looking, there's no cutting, no corners. It's like you're just on a onwards and upwards movement right now. And
yeah, since this is going to be released a few days after this, I'll give you a little sneak peek into later in the week. One of the pieces that we haven't vertically integrated yet, but we're working very hard to vertically integrate today, is is the pilot training part of it. And so we'll be announcing, and I don't know if it's tomorrow or the next day, I can't remember with the media team, but we're building a new, God, I want to say it's approaching 100,000 square foot training simulator center. So we're going to bring training in-house. We're going to have the simulators for our pilots in-house. So that's really the last bottleneck, the last piece of the business we need to vertically integrate. We can hire pilots. You know, there certainly is a pilot shortage out there in the industry, but the bigger problem is getting those pilots trained. You know, with us being the top 5, one of the top 5 operators, there's 2,000 operators smaller than us. We can recruit from those smaller operators without a lot of trouble, but we've got to train them once we recruit them. And so the training's a huge part of how we build the business and eliminate that bottleneck and control the execution even further. So building the state-of-the-art simulator center, you'll see that come out in the next couple of days. I think they've got pictures of it, and
I can tell the excitement by the way you're speaking.
I'm so happy to get that part of the business vertically integrated as well, because it also means that those pilots that currently go to training centers all over the country, whether it be in Orlando or Wichita or Dallas or all over, now they're coming home. They're going to come back to our campus. And so we get to spend that much more time with those pilots and build those relationships, you know, cultivate that culture that's gotten us where we are, and it's really important to us. And give you just a kind of an interesting stat. Right now we spend about 8,000 room nights a year for our pilots to be on the road for pilot training. So we're bringing those 8,000 room nights, and of course we're growing 20% a year. So by the time the the training center is done, that'll be a much bigger number, probably in the above 10,000. But we're bringing those pilots home, so they're going to be in our offices. We're going to be able to see them, build our culture, they meet the team. So it's an important part of it.
That's amazing. You're going public soon?
We are filing our proxy today. So, well, I say today. If we file it before 10 p.m. tonight, it'll count for today. If we go after 10 p.m. tonight, it'll count for tomorrow. But the plan is for today. I just signed the management representation letters a few hours ago, so I think we're well on our way to finishing it up tonight. Assuming that that's a response to the SEC's questions about our original proxy. I think we've answered those. This is the second round of answers we've gone through, so I kind of feel like we might be there. The hope is that 10 days from now, the SEC approves it. That'll start the 20-day clock. In as fast as 30 days from now, we could be at the New York Stock Exchange ringing the bell and taking the company public. So it's imminent. We're really close to it and very excited about it.
Congratulations on that. That's a massive move. I mean, just to go public is, not everybody can do it, and obviously taken, like I said, a lot of hard work, dedication over the years. I mean, it's a remarkable achievement, and you must be proud of you and yourself and your team and everybody at flyExclusive.
Incredibly proud of the team. It's been an incredible team effort to take this on and do it, and it is tons of work. I would tell you it's twice as much work as I might have thought it was. But getting your financials up to PCAOB compliant financials was a major undertaking, and of course, starting it from scratch and wholly owning the business with me and my 4 kids anyway. It was just me. I didn't have to be PCA. We had audited financials, but now I've got to have public company audited financials, and so it's been an undertaking to do that, and a lot of work's gone into it.
Your wife must really love you.
I think she's got a love-hate relationship with me. She's a good woman to put up with me and incredibly supportive. I'm very lucky to have her.
Very sweet. What's next for flyExclusive? What's next for Jim Segrave?
So we're going to keep growing the business. So we're going to take it public. And a lot of people ask, why public? What are you going to do with the funds you might raise from that? We're going to continue to invest in the business. We're going to invest in our product, our airplanes. We're going to invest in our people. And that's kind of what we intend to do with it. We're going to maintain the discipline that got us here, that we've been successful with. We're not going to go diversify the business or go buy operations all over the place and fragment it. Our strength is that our core is together. We're consolidated into one location. When I walk out of my office and I walk around the facilities, I can go see, the president of the company, the COO of the company, my director of maintenance, my director of safety. in a 15, 20-minute walk, I can walk around and see every single piece of the leadership team, my CFO, my chief business officer. I can see everyone, and that's power. I mean, I can have a random lunch and say, hey, you want to go to lunch today? And it's just a connection that the consolidation is a big part of how we've been developed the culture. You know, we're not on Zoom calls every day. We're doing it together, and I think that's a big piece of it. So when we take this thing public, we're not going out there and saying, hey, I'm going to go buy operations. I'm going to buy airplanes. We'll buy a lot more airplanes. We're going to keep evolving the company towards the fractional business. And you know, while we want to be the best, we're not really trying to be the biggest. Sometimes that's a byproduct of being the best because customers keep coming to you, and maybe that's where it gets to. But we really just want to be the best and do a terrific job for our customers, be a terrific place to work. We want it to be a generational company, and be a terrific employer where we are. And this kind of at this point, there's no particular destination today. You know, I'm more interested in the journey and enjoying what we're doing with it, and so that's working well for us.
What advice would you give somebody that's watching this video and is looking to charter a jet?
Well, depends on where they're going, of course. But typically, when someone calls and says, "I'm interested in chartering," in general, I say, "Okay, where do you typically travel? How many people travel with you?" So it's how far are you going? How many people are going with you? So you're thinking about capacity, you're thinking about speed, you're thinking about range. Do you have 5 kids that go with you? Are you 6'5" and would like a taller cabin? Is it for business? Is it personal? So you kind of, what I like to do when I'm talking to a customer is gather information first. And then I can learn, you know, okay, here's how you use it. And rather than just saying, hey, this is the best airplane for you because it's what's best for me to sell you, I'm much more interested in saying, let's figure out what's best for you and let's sell you the right product. And every once in a while, we don't have the right product. Hey, you should be in a turboprop. It ought to be a King Air, but or a Pilatus or something like that. If the runways you're going into are super short and our jets can't go into those because we don't have anything but jets. So every once in a while that happens, but really the idea for me and from a sales standpoint is to educate the customer, learn what they need, and then see if we have the product that matches up with them. And I think the team's done a really good job designing programs around being very flexible so that customers can access our fleet in a very efficient way.
So the long and short of it is that if you're watching this video and you're looking to charter, give Jim and his team a call. They'll take care of you.
Thank you. We would love to do that very much.
Jim, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity. Very nice to meet both of you.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. It's an honor. You know, you're an iconic figure in the corporate aviation world, and it's a pleasure to be sitting down with you. I appreciate it so much.
Appreciate you having me very much. Hopefully you can find a better cameraman next time.
That was amazing. That was amazing.